Okay, so I got edit Norwell. Yeah, it's charging.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Night Basketball on WellsCountyBoys.com. Greg Van Meter tonight bringing the action from Snider, along with Derek Decker and Noah Tobias. Norwell in their last week of regular season play, as is the rest of Indiana. Playing a game tonight at Snider, and they've only played once over the last 30 years. Snider leading the series 1-0. Had to have been last year.
Yeah, it was an absolutely fantastic game. 3 overtimes, 87-78. Hopefully we can see something as exciting this evening, but Harold's prediction says otherwise.
Yeah, Harold predicting a 20-point Snider victory tonight, 68-48. Norwell's scoring average actually probably did not change much after the loss to Jay County the other night. It didn't. Only 0.4 of a point. Norwell averaging 54.7 points a game coming into this one. Snider, on the other hand, averaging a little over 60. And they've got one of the best big men in the state of Indiana, the 6'11" Malik Williams. Williams, just a junior, and boy, does he stand out on the court watching these teams warm up. He is significantly taller than anybody else around him. Even LaDante Hicks Gentry, who's listed at 6'7", he's a senior. He'll be coming off the bench tonight for the Snider Panthers. No, actually, he starts as well. But Malik Williams, who earlier this season set a new rebounding record for Snider. That's tough to do considering the long history of great basketball players here at Snider High School. And boy, happy to bring this to you tonight at a newly redone Snider High School gym. It is absolutely gorgeous. Hopefully you can tell by the video, although we can't really guarantee the video quality tonight considering the fact that there's just not much signal to broadcast. We'll do our best, though, to bring you as smooth a broadcast as we possibly can. But here at Snider, brand new floor, no more dead spots. The lighting is what really stands out, as well as the brand new bleachers in the customized black and gold of the Snider Panthers. Looks like they put a fresh coat of white paint on the walls here at Snider as well. We've got the Snider band in here tonight, as it is Snider Senior Night. We've already been through that. They introduced the Snider seniors and their parents, and we'll be set for basketball here in just a few minutes. Noah, of course, Norwell on a losing streak right now. They've lost their last 5 in a row. They've got 2 tough games this week here and at Homestead on Friday night, and they drew Bishop Lures in the first game of the Columbia City Sectional next Tuesday.
Yeah, that sectional game is going to be really tough for the Norwell Knights. Honestly, they played fairly well in the first half against the Lures, but they just could not finish very well, and that's really been their problem the past few weeks with those losses that they've had, with those straight losses. They just cannot find a way to win in that fourth quarter, when that fourth quarter is just so important. The first half, they're playing really well. Honestly, they look excited, and they have a lot of energy, but they just can't keep that up. So hopefully tonight we'll see a little bit of enthusiasm with this Knights team.
Well, they've lost 5 in a row, and of course the first 2 of those losses, they were never in either one of those games. But the last 3, you're right, Noah. Huntington North, they led that game right up until a minute 23 left on the clock in the fourth quarter. The Lures game, they were tied at halftime, got blown out in the second half, 44-12. And then, of course, Jay County tied at halftime at 25, and it quickly went downhill from there in the second half, Derek. And I'll tell you, these guys have got to figure out how to make adjustments and keep working for good shots. They kind of have really settled for their shots in the second half the last couple of games.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. And the difference between pre-Christmas of this team and post-Christmas is the fact that the Knights come out hot now out of the gate. Earlier in the year, they kind of had their better half in the second half, and the third and fourth quarters kept it close in the second half, but they got off to some really poor starts in the first few games of the season. They've corrected that. Now the issue is they still have not been able to put 4 really good quarters together. That's the goal this evening, and they've got one more game after tonight before they prepare for that sectional game against Lures.
Right, and we will be bringing you that game on Friday evening from Homestead. That'll most likely be an audio-only game, so you can prepare for that. But coming into tonight against the Panthers versus common opponents, Norwell 3-4 and Snider 6-1. Snider is coming off a loss to the Southside Archers, 80-74 last Friday night. And Southside's been so up and down this year, it's hard to get any read from that. I think if Norwell's going to be successful tonight, fellas, they're going to have to win in the backcourt. Snider's backcourt, not nearly as strong as their front court, but their front court with the 6'11 Williams and 6'7 Hicks Gentry, they're just not going to match up against them very well.
Yeah, I agree. And because it's senior night, the Snider coach is starting all 5 starters. All 5 seniors. So Malik will be out for part of the time, which will be beneficial to Norwell. But I think Norwell needs to kind of take that as their advantage and try to get some good offensive rebounds and get a quick start.
I agree with you.
It's definitely possible, and it could definitely work to Norwell's advantage. It's just Norwell needs to come out with a good attitude tonight.
I would almost guarantee you, though, if Norwell does get off to a quick start against Devin Tennant and LaDante Hicks Gentry, both listed at 6'7", first dead ball Malik Williams is going to be in this basketball game.
Yeah, I agree. It's just if Norwell can get to that start. And in the first half, like I said earlier, they've done fairly well getting off to that good start. It's just that they can't finish. So we'll just have to see what Norwell team comes out tonight.
By the way, props to the Snider Pep Band. They're doing a great job with Norwell's fight song, as they just finished up playing that. We've got a couple minutes before the rest of the pregame festivities. We'll take a quick break, hear from a couple of sponsors, and be right back.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
Offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
Well, welcome back to Snider High School, the brand new Snider High School. A decent crowd in here for a Tuesday night. We are on the home side from a visitor's stand, or from a spectator standpoint. Where are you going, Noah?
I'm just getting ready for the national anthem.
Oh, okay. Well, that's right. You can't stand up with
that table.
That table, yeah. We're actually setting a row behind the media table. We're set up directly behind the score table, and the interesting thing about that is the guy who's running the audio for Snider also has a hot game of solitaire going on in his computer.
He was doing that during the JV game, too.
Speaking of the JV game, Snider did come out with a victory in that JV game. No, of course, no freshman game tonight, but that JV score was Snider 57, Norwell 46. I'll tell you, the one thing I noticed, in fact, I texted Josh this just a few moments ago, guys, we were talking about it. The new rims here at Snider, very favorable to shooters. I don't know that I've seen rims that soft this year.
Yeah, that's definitely something you'll never see very often, but when you do see it, the players are always very thankful for that.
Yeah, especially the outside shooters. That may give Norwell an advantage as well as they look at this one tonight. They're going to have a tough time penetrating against the kind of height they're going to see.
And Levi Leidig, he's one of those guys who really likes to penetrate, and he doesn't have that much of an outside shot, so that'll be interesting to see how he adjusts.
Looks like they're going to do the starting lineups prior to the national anthem.
Starting at one guard, a 6'1" junior, number 10, Cody Schneidley. At the other guard position, the 5'11" senior, number 12, Ian Kissel. In the center, the 6'3" senior, number 32, Ray Wilson. At one of the forward positions, the 6'3" sophomore, number 20, Cole Wilson. And at the other forward position, the 6'3" senior, number 30, Colt Frankenberger. The Knights are coached by Mr. Randy Hawkins. And now, as your home team on the scoreboard, your Snider Panthers. Starting at guard, 5'9" senior, number 3, Jordan Hopkins. At the other guard position, a 6'2" senior, number 22, Sam Kitchens. In the center, 6'7" senior, number 50, Devin Tennant. At one of the forward spots, a 6'4" senior, number 32, Taylor Hathaway. At the other forward position, a 6'7" senior, number 40, Benante Gentry. The Panthers are coached by Mr. John Tudor.
We'll recap those starters for you after our national anthem, played by the Snider Pep Band.
represents America in the playing of our national anthem.
Excellent job by the Snider Pep Band for our national anthem. And once again, those starters for the visitors on the scoreboard, your Norwell Knights. Number 10, Cody Shively. Number 12, Ian Kissel. Number 20, Cole Wilson. Number 30, Colt Rinkenberger. And number 32, Bray Wilson for head coach Randy Hawkins in his 7th year at Norwell with a record of 119 wins and 54 losses. For the Snider Panthers, it's the 5 seniors. Number 3, Jordan Hopkins. Number 22, Sam Kitchen. Number 32, Taylor Hathaway. Number 40, LaDante Hicks Gentry. And number 50, Devin Tennant for head coach John Tudor in his 7th year at Fort Wayne Snider with a record of 82 and 62. We are set for the tip-off between LaDante Hicks Gentry and Colt Rinkenberger. And the tip is predictably controlled by Snider. Sam Kitchen with the basketball out front being guarded by Cole Wilson. Bray Wilson and Colt Rinkenberger guarding the big guys underneath. We talked about the fact both those gentlemen listed at 6'7", as the Knights really working to dig down on the low post passes. Wide open is Taylor Hathaway, and he gets the scoring started with a wide open straightaway 3 for the Panthers. Ian Kissel handling it for the Knights. The Panthers in a man-to-man defense. They probably won't worry too much about digging down on low post passes because I don't think they're going to see many from the Knights tonight. Cody Shively being guarded by Jordan Hopkins. Well, Wilson testing the water. He'll pass back out to his nephew, Cole Wilson, as on the drive, Ian Kissel, on the baseline is going to be fouled. Looks like Sam Kitchen's going to draw that foul. 6'2" senior. Picks up the first foul of the game. As
I'm going to have to move.
No.
No, they were talking about someone else, I think.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Norwell inbounding on their baseline here. That's Bray Wilson doing the honors into Cody Shively. Couldn't get it to go. And a good rebound by LaDante Hicks Gentry. Tennant, spin move into the lane, and he's going to be tied up. Good defense by Bray Wilson. It'll be Norwell's basketball on the first possession change. Apparently, I don't know what the issue was. Something up top as the Snider AD talking to Norwell's AD Eric Morgan up in the second deck as that ball stripped away from the Knights. Up ahead, Hopkins, he'll leave it for Hathaway in the corner. Nice pass underneath the Kitchen, and it's a 5-0 Snider lead according to the Subway scoreboard. And Snider now is going to pick up in the backcourt. No trapping back there, just a little token pressure by Kitchen on Kissel. Colt Rinkenberger threw it away. That was a pass that Bray Wilson just could not handle. It was fired right at his feet. And Snider will get the basketball back. 2 turnovers already on the Knights. In 3 possessions, that's Kitchen being guarded by Shively. Left into the lane, leaves it for Tennant, who's way beyond the arc. Gets the pass underneath, and a nice little spin move in there. The assist, Jordan Hopkins, and Snider out to a quick 7-0 lead. We're just under 6 minutes here in the first quarter. This has been the part of the game that the Knights have been pretty effective recently. Last time they really struggled in the first quarter was Columbia City when they came into the Castle, and Kissel is going to draw the foul on Sam Kitchen. It looked like a pretty good defensive play by Kitchen. Instead, it's his second foul. And Coach Toder is probably going to have to sub here for Kitchen, as Kissel's free throw in and out. Boy, Ian has really been struggling from the line, Noah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if something is just not going through his head right with those, or if he's just thinking too much. He makes that second one.
Well, that gets the Knights on the board at the 5:33 mark of the first quarter. Took a while to get to that point, as Kitchen handling it out front. Hathaway inside to Hicks Gentry. His first touch of the game. Now Kitchen will launch the left-handed three and bury it. Snider hot to start this one. 2 for 2 from long range. Typically not their game. They're not known as real good three-point shooters. There's Kissel with a quick three. Good. Nothing but net for Ian Kissel. Assist Cole Wilson. And Snider quickly the other way, launching another long three. That was Jordan Hopkins. Colt Rinkenberger pulls down the rebound for the Knights, and Kissel will cross the timeline, directing traffic as he's guarded by Sam Kitchen. I get the feeling Sam Kitchen may not be a regular starter, as he has not come out of the game with those 2 fouls. Hicks Gentry guarding Bray Wilson way beyond the line. Got about 4 or 5 inches on Bray. Now Kissel baseline to Shively, and Coach Toder's going to put in his regular starters. That's another turnover on the Knights. Quickly up ahead, Taylor Hathaway. Hopkins. Tennant's going to launch a three, well off, but Hicks Gentry there for the rebound. He'll be fouled. No shot. They say it was on the floor. That'll go on Cole Wilson. And that'll be Norwell's first foul as well. And on this dead ball, Jordan Gorman, Malik Williams, and Bryson Half all in the game for Snider. Half the 6'4" junior. Gorman, a 5'10" junior. And, of course, Malik Williams, a 6'11" junior. Also in the game for the Knights, Riley Stauffer's in there, as is Levi Leidig. They're out there with Bray Wilson, Ian Kissel, and Cody Shively. And Malik Williams just launched a three right off the bench. Well, he's not massive by any stretch. I mean, he's definitely going to be a 4 as he moves up the ladder. Nice move there by Cody Shively with the one-handed layup. Williams hanging out around the three-point arc. Open on the right wing, launches another three. This one's no good, long, and Bray Wilson able to pull down the rebound. Good position there by Bray. 3:17 left in the first quarter. Wilson being guarded by Hicks Gentry still. Malik Williams is guarding Ian Kissel right now. A foot difference between the two players.
Yeah, that's definitely
needs to get a still shot of that.
I'm sorry, Greg.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, that's definitely not a matchup you'll see every day.
And Malik Williams gets the forward pass after blocking the three-point attempt by Riley Stauffer. Assist Williams as he finds Hicks Gentry underneath. Gentry did a good job of finding open space. And Malik Williams is going to guard Ian Kissel. There's a switch. Ian's going to have a tough time getting a shot off against that kind of length. Now Hicks Gentry guarding him. Kissel baseline Wilson. Wilson being guarded by Half. Half is a strong young man. As Shively kicks it back out to Wilson for three. Good. Bray Wilson continues his hot shooting, and the Knights within 6. Malik Wilson quickly the other way. They'll leave it for Jordan Gorman, and he'll direct traffic now to Hopkins. Hopkins wide open on the left wing. He'll launch a long three and bury it. So far, it's a long three-point shooting contest between these two teams.
Yeah, Snider, they are 4 of 7 for three-point shots, and Norwell is 2 of 3.
Norwell's they're going to have to look for somebody other than Ian Kissel right now, because he's being man-on-man guarded by Malik Williams. Almost a steal there by Williams. Quick three by Kissel, good. And Ian lighting it up early from beyond the arc. That's his second three. Long pass out to Hopkins, no good. And Bray Wilson with another rebound. Good position by Bray. He's doing a good job of hanging in there on those defensive rebounds. Levi Leidig working on Gorman. Forces it in and travels. That's another turnover on the Knights.
Yeah, the Knights don't look horrible with a pretty ultra-fast pace to this one so far, but I think they'll be okay in a three-point shooting contest. The question's going to be, how quick is Snider going to be up and down the floor, and how well can Norwell stop him in transition?
Colt Rinkenberger and Cole Wilson back in there, along with Quentin Middleton. Kissel and Stauffer stay for the Knights. Also, Devin Tennant back in there for Snider. That's Gorman underneath the Tennant. Norwell really digging hard on the post passes. So far, it's been pretty effective, but unfortunately for the Knights, Snider hot from beyond the arc so far. As the lob pass picked off by Colt Ringenberger. Good job by Middleton to shield Malik Williams from the low post. Kissel, somebody his own size on him than Jordan Gorman. Cole Wilson leaves it for Stauffer. Stauffer, boy, Jordan Gorman, ultra quick out there. Almost picked off a couple of those passes. Now Middleton being guarded by Williams. Finds help, gets it back. 18 seconds. The Knights looking for the last shot of the quarter here. Kissel will hold it as it ticks down to 12, being guarded by Hicks Gentry. Now he'll start to move with 7. Baseline, Cole Wilson for 3, good. That's a big shot for the Knights. 1 second left, a long 3, no good from Tennant. And the first quarter will end with Snider a 3-point lead, 18-15 over the Knights. We'll take a quick break and be right back with the second quarter after these words from our sponsors.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
We collect
and we analyze.
Laboratory services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Information to keep you healthy in every way. We image
and we discover.
Radiology services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Thorough so you're healthy in every way.
Welcome back to Snider, where the Knights hanging in there early, Noah.
I'm shocked. I mean, well, I guess I shouldn't be shocked because Norwell's done, so well here in the first half. They're 4 of 5 from beyond the arc, and they're only 1 of 2 for 2-point shots. But Snider, on the other hand, they are 4 of 8 beyond the arc, and they are 3 of 3 for in the paint. So I think that should tell you a little something, but they are hitting from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they sure are. As Ian Kissel with a couple of quick threes. That's Gorman with his first shot of the game, but it's rebounded by Hicks Gentry. Now Williams to the rim and scores easily as he just kind of soared above the rest of the crowd and laid it in with his left hand. He's right-handed naturally. Now he's guarding Bray Wilson up top. I'm almost wondering if he's just guarding whoever brings the ball up. The fadeaway by Wilson almost blocked by Williams. Gorman quickly the other way will turn around and bring it back out to Hopkins. Baseline pass to Hicks Gentry, and Gorman now lobs it in again, this time to Tennant. Good move by Devin Tennant to get open. And that lead quickly out to 7 again for Snider. Foul's going to be called on the Panthers. It'll go on Devin Tennant. The senior picks up his first. It's the team's third. Ian Kissel will check back in for the Knights, replacing Middleton. So it's 2 Wilsons, Shively, Rinkenberger, and Kissel on the floor for the Knights. Kissel being guarded by Jordan Gorman. He'll give it up to Wilson. Down on the right wing, Bray Wilson. Oh, nice move by Ian Kissel, and Ian off the pick, lays it in. Good move off the high post pick. Devin Tennant will leave it for Gorman up top. Just about a minute and a half here into the second quarter. Good ball game so far. Knights trailing by 5 according to the Subway scoreboard. That's Hicks Gentry inside. Can't get the shot to go, but he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Foul's called on Ian Kissel. Usually I can read their fingers, but he did that so quick, Noah, I couldn't catch it.
Well, and I looked at his fingers, and it looked like he was holding up like a 3 or a 4 or something.
Yeah, it almost looked like 1-5 the way he designated it, as Tennant will take a seat. He's replaced by Taylor Hathaway. Hathaway started the basketball game. He's a 6'4 senior for the Panthers. I think this might be one advantage for the Knights. Not too sure how good a free throw shooting team Snider is. Is Hicks Gentry able to knock down 1 of 2? Cody Shively working on Hopkins. Snider staying in that man-to-man. Actually, both teams playing man-to-man from the get-go tonight. Cody Shively with the step back way short, and Hicks Gentry will give it up to Hathaway. Hathaway on the drive, lays it up and in, and draws the foul. Quick move by Taylor Hathaway to get to the rim. Listed at 6'4". The foul's going to go on Colt Rankenberger. That's his first, team's third. So Colt, Cole, and Ian Kissel all with a foul apiece to this point. That looked like a pretty good free throw there from Hathaway to convert the three-point play, and Snider swelling their lead to 9 with 5:57 left in the second. Ray Wilson finds Cole Wilson. The Knights not able to penetrate much at all. They've had 2 layups off of picks from Kissel and Shively. Otherwise, it's been all outside for the Knights. Shively with a quick 3, good, as Bray Wilson picks up another assist. And the Knights back to within 6. Gorman the other way. That's Hicks with a tough shot. Can't get it to go, and Colt Rankenberger with the rebound for the Knights. Wilson, now Kissel. Ian's been hot to start this one. A couple three-pointers already. I think he's got, 9 to this point, Noah? That's going to be another turnover on the Knights, and those are really mounting for Norwell to this point. What are they up to so far?
Hold on one
yeah.
second. I'm trying to get these substitutes in.
Devin Tennant back in for Snider, as is Sam Kitchen.
And the good news is there's a lot more possessions in this game than normal.
Also, Levi Light again for the Knights, and if I recognize that hand signal correctly, Norwell with 5 turnovers already.
You are correct.
Oh, nice give and go. Tennant to Kitchen to Tennant. Snider runs a good offense. I'm surprised they were beaten by Southside over the weekend.
Well, and I'm surprised that they didn't win the SAC this year.
Yeah. As that was won by Homestead on Friday night. Nice block there again by Malik Williams. His second block already. He'll launch a 3. No good. Long rebound to Kissel. Kissel tried to beat Snider's defense down the court. Couldn't do it. Jordan Gorman very quick. Wearing number 1 out there. He's a 5'10" junior. Now 4:05 left here in the second quarter, and the Knights offense really stretched out. Shively and Bray Wilson both close to the half-court line to start the offense. And Levi Leidig's pass picked off. Oh, behind the back. Williams jams it. Assist Taylor Hathaway on the give and go. Well, Malik Williams with the steal. Malik Williams with the dunk on the alley-oop. That's pretty, isn't it?
Well, I mean, he didn't have to jump very high.
No, he didn't. Ian Kissel down the lane. The floater won't go. Gets his own rebound, though. The kick out to Bray Wilson. Good for three. Bray Wilson has really been lighting it up the last couple of games.
Yeah, he's got 6 so far, and a foul will be called, I believe, against Ian Kissel, but I could be wrong.
If it's on Kissel, it's his second. Nope, it'll go on Colt Rinkenberger. That's his second. Riley Stauffer will check back in for the Knights, replacing Colt with 3:18 to go. Blake Williams on the wing, leaves it for Hathaway. Kitchen now being guarded by Shively. Inside to Tennant. Tennant travels, yeah. Oh, they call it jump ball.
Yeah, his hand was on top of the ball.
It's very quick.
Yeah, that was a quick jump ball. Either way, it's Norwell's basketball. And Cody Shively will bring it up for the Knights. First time he's really handled the ball out front for Norwell. Levi Leidig tries to drive, and Sam Kitchen's going to be called for another foul. He can't believe it. And it'll send Levi Leidig to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Substitute waiting in front of the scorer's bench. We'll have to check to see who that is after this first free throw.
I believe that's going to be Hopkins.
Okay. Leidig good on his first one. And Hopkins will replace Sam Kitchen, who's got 3 fouls now for Snider. And all 3 of them were pretty questionable, Derek.
Yeah, that's right. He didn't like any of them. The Snider faithful didn't like any of them.
Yeah, and from our vantage point, they got a legitimate gripe. As also back in for Snider, Hicks Gentry, replacing Hathaway. That was quick. Leidig's second free throw, hard off the back of the rim, and Gorman will bring it the other way. Williams inside. Nice pass to Hicks Gentry for the dunk. Assist Malik Williams. I'll tell you what, I am really impressed with that kid. He's more than just a scorer or a defender. He's got all phases of the basketball game because he's already delivered a couple of very nice assists for the Panthers. And now Snider looks like to be in a 1-2-2 trap. Leidig in the corner. Now Shively, the cross court to Kissel. Long three, good again. Ian Kissel lighting it up from beyond the arc. The Knights hanging in there. They're within 5. Tennant inside. Underneath the basket, no good, but wow, what a rebound putback by Hicks Gentry. And Snider's going to extend that 1-2-2 into the backcourt. Wilson. Shively now being guarded by Williams. Not a hard trap here by Snider. Kind of surprised they're in that with the way Norwell's shooting from beyond the arc to this point. Minute 43 left in the half. Kissel back to Shively, and the Knights being pretty patient here with a 7-point deficit. Stauffer able to release out to Shively. Now Kissel. Little pressure by Hopkins. Leidig shot blocked. The pass up ahead to Jordan Hopkins. He'll leave it for Gorman. Good from 3. Boy, and Levi's got to understand, he just can't put up shots against that kind of length. A minute 4 left. Inside to Leidig, and Leidig travels.
I'm guessing he's being subbed for right now.
Yeah, Quentin Middleton in, as well as Cole Wilson. Leidig and Stauffer will take a seat.
Boy, Leidig looked really promising in his first couple of games in there.
Yeah.
He's undersized a little bit, but he's just been one step behind the last couple of weeks.
It's just the speed of the game. There is such a huge difference between nice move by Williams. He's going to be fouled on the drive. I think they're going to count that basket. They do. And the foul will be on Cole Wilson. That'll be his second, team's fifth. But the speed of the game is just so much greater than JV. Multiply that by several times versus freshmen, where Levi would normally be playing. And it's just too fast for him. Norwell doing a good job of breaking Snider's pressure, although they've really not ratcheted it up, as the Knights doing a good job of moving the basketball. Wilson looking for help at the high post. That'll be off of Snider and remain Norwell's ball. 33.3 seconds left on the clock here at Snider in the half. Kissel will set things up for the Knights. Snider staying in that trap with Malik Williams on the point. Quentin Middleton tries to go baseline, taken away from him by Hopkins. Quickly the other way. Williams, and a steal by Ian Kissel. Good job by Ian, hustling back. Cody Shively, quick three with 13 seconds left, and Quentin Middleton can't get the putback to fall. 7 seconds. Williams weaving his way up court. He's going to be fouled. He will not go to the line, as that will be Norwell's 6th team foul. And it'll go on Quentin Middleton, his first. Oh, I'm not reading his fingers very well at all, Noah. 5.5 seconds left. Norwell trails by 13, trying to prevent another Snider basket here. Williams, though, underneath is going to get wrapped up. That's on Cole Wilson. It's his third.
He's really struggled with that his entire sophomore season, and it is.
Yeah.
And it's understandable when you're guarding a guy that's 8 inches taller, but
yeah.
It's something he struggled with the entire season.
Yeah, Cole, he's still adjusting to the varsity speed as well.
Helped that he played JV all of last year. That gets you a little more prepared than freshman basketball.
As Malik Williams, boy, he is an impressive kid. I know a lot of big-time schools are scouting him. I know Doug Painter was in from Purdue a couple weeks ago, as Williams with a soft touch for a big man. They get him into college, they'll put 30 pounds of muscle on him. At the buzzer, Kissel almost gets it to go. That's his first miss, I think, from beyond the arc. The Knights outscored in the second quarter. They're down 42-27 here at halftime. We'll take a break, hear from a few sponsors, and be back with stats and more after these words.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Snider. We're at halftime. The Knights trailing by 15, 42-27 to the homestanding Snider Panthers. And, guys, I got to tell you, Malik Williams is just fun to watch.
He really is. He's really fun to watch. The kid is going to get more impressive as he improves. Just a junior, of course. You mentioned it, definitely scouted by some big-time scores, some Big Ten scores. He sat behind the bench at the Indiana-Purdue game last Saturday. The kid's very impressive. And if he does go to college and turns into a big man, they're definitely going to put some weight on him.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be a 5, though. He'll be a wing player. Certainly shoots the ball good enough to play out there. Looks more like a set shot a little bit right now. But I think Noah, over time, they'll bulk him up, get him a lot stronger. He'll still be lean. I don't think he's ever going to be a Glenn Robinson type player with that kind of size, or a Hammond, somebody like that. But I can see, I'll tell you who he reminds me a lot of, just not quite as athletic, Sean Kemp from back in the day. And Sean Kemp, obviously one of the better players in the state of Indiana history, was Mr. Basketball his senior year out of Concord High School. That was back in 1988. They actually defeated Norwell in the semi-state championship that year, back in the days when semi-state was 2 games. But very, very impressed with Malik Williams here tonight. Yeah,
Malik, I agree with you guys. If he does go to college, they will really try to. No, I'm sorry.
Somewhere.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
One and done, but he'll go somewhere.
He will. Yes, he will go to college, and when he gets there, they will definitely try to bulk him up. It's just going to be so hard for, I think, for him to really get bigger right now. Because, I mean, he is just still a high schooler. He is still trying to figure out his body. And when you're going that much, when you're that young, it's going to be hard. And it's going to take you a lot of time just to get used to your own body. And especially when you're 6'11". I mean, and I agree with Greg, he will be a wing player because he does have that sweet three-point shot. And he's a great free throw shooter from at least tonight's perspective. So hopefully he'll go to a great college, and everybody here will be able to support him. Let's get to the stats. Snider did outscore Norwell 24-12 in that second quarter, so that was, I think, one of the bigger stats of the half. Individually scoring for Norwell. They are the visitors on the scoreboard. Number 10, Cody Shively, had 5 points. Number 12, Ian Kissel, had 12 points. And he was 3 for 4 for three-point shooting, and Greg was right. That last three-point shot that he missed there at about half court was his first miss. Number 15, Levi Leidig, has a point off of a free throw. Number 20, Cole Wilson, has 3 points. Number 32, Bray Wilson, has 6 points. As a team, the Knights are 9 of 19 for field goals, which is 47%. They are also 2 of 9 for two-point field goals, which is 22%, and 7 of 10 for three-point field goals. The Knights were also 2 of 4 from the line. Ian Kissel and Levi Leidig were 1 of 2. Non-scoring for the Knights, they had 7 assists total, 2 of them coming from number 10, the junior Cody Shively, and then another 2 from number 32, Bray Wilson. They also had 7 rebounds total. Now that is a very low number for a half of basketball, but when you see the size that the other team has, you kind of expect that to happen with the rebounds. They had 2 steals total, 1 from Ian Kissel and another from Colt Rinkenberger. They also had 7 fouls total and 8 turnovers, 3 of them by Levi Leidig and another 3 by Colt Rinkenberger. Now for the Snider Panthers, number 1, Gorman, had 3 points. Number 3, Hopkins, had 3 points. Number 22, Kitchen, had 5 points, and he's got 3 fouls for the Panthers. Number 32, Hathaway, has 6 points. Number 34, Malik Williams, has 12 points. He was 1 of 3 for three-point field goals, 4 of 6 overall, and 3 of 3 for free throws. So for a 6'11" guy to be 3 of 3 for free throws, and he does have a soft touch, he did a great job in that first half. And then number 40, Hicks Gentry, had 7 points, and number 50, Tennant, had 6 points. The Panthers were 16 of 24 from the field, which is 66%.
Wow.
They were 11 of 13 for two-point field goals, which is 84%. And they were 5 of 11 for three-point field goals, which is 45%. As a team, the Panthers were 5 of 6 for free throws, which is 83%. Non-scoring, they had 12 assists total, 3 of them coming from Malik Williams, and another 3 from number 3, Hopkins. They had 11 rebounds total to Norwell's 7. So actually, that's not that big of a difference.
No.
And I thought it was going to be a lot bigger. They also had 4 steals, 2 of them coming from number 32 Hathaway. 3 blocks, 2 of them coming from Malik Williams. 4 fouls total, 3 of them coming on number 22 Kitchen. And then 2 turnovers total, 1 coming from Gorman and another one coming from Hopkins. So they're 2 guards that are on the floor, and they were on the floor most of the time, but whenever Malik Williams was on the floor, he did not come out for the remainder of that half.
No.
And I'm not surprised by that whatsoever. It seems like he's got great stamina, and he's just having a very good ball game tonight.
And I would guess he'll stay out there until it's well out of reach for the Snider Panthers. I missed it, Noah. How many turnovers did the Knights have in the first half?
The Knights only had 8 turnovers.
Yeah, that's a pretty significant number for them. I know they try to shoot for 12 or less for the basketball game, and they're already 3/4 of the way there, 2/3 of the way there. That's going to have to be a point of emphasis here in the second half for Norwell, Derek. They're going to have to take care of the basketball, and they're going to have to continue to shoot a high percentage of three-pointers.
Yeah, because at this point, especially as undersized as they are, they're not getting very many stops on the defensive end, and that's simply the way it is. But if they continue to shoot a pretty high number from three-point range, they're going to have to play to the quicker pace. They're certainly kind of living up to that right now. I think they're doing a nice job playing at the quicker pace. We talked about 8 turnovers. That's a little bit of an inflated number, but when you look at it from a ratio of possession standpoint, it's not terrible compared to what an SAC team runs. And in all, I think it's been a pretty nice half for these Knights. Snider's just overpowered to this point, and to be successful in the second half, they're going to have to shoot lights out.
Well, we've got about a minute and a half here before the second half gets underway. We'll take a quick break here from a couple more sponsors and be right back with the second half.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
Changing the way you think about pizza with their flavor of new. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton.
42-27 to start this second half, and I got to believe, Noah, that Norwell's going to stay in that man-to-man. I just can't see him trying to trap this Snider boy.
Yeah, I agree. And they're shooting three-pointers fairly well as well. Not as good as Norwell has been doing, but it's too threatening.
Yeah, well, and Snider overall shooting 67% from the floor, as they'll have the basketball to start this second half. Jordan Gorman with the ball from beyond the arc and misses the three. Gorman wearing a headband here in the second half. I think this is probably the regular starting 5 for Snider, as they started 5 seniors to start this ball game on senior night. Kissel tries to get to the rim and scores. Nice move by Ian, weaving around a couple of players. And now we got full court pressure. Or no, that was Bray Wilson with the steal by Bray. Now Cole Wilson with the offensive rebound. And Coach Tudor wants a timeout. He is not happy at all. We'll take a quick break and be right back from Snider. Your Knights down 42-31.
We collect
and we analyze.
Laboratory services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Information to keep you healthy in every way. We image
and we discover.
Radiology services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Thorough so you're healthy in every way.
Coach Toder not happy at all with his crew.
What gave you that hint?
Yeah.
He was shaking with anger.
Yes,
God.
he was.
He was
not,
hot.
Not happy at all. He did not change any personnel. It's Williams, Gorman, Tennant, Hopkins, and Hicks Gentry out there for Snider. For the Knights, it's Shively, the two Wilsons, Kissel, and Colt Rinkenberger. Gorman open for three, good. Assist, Jordan Hopkins. And Gorman, that was a much better look at a three that time by Gorman as he's giving Kissel all kind of fits on the defensive end. Snider back in a man-to-man, and they left Ian Kissel wide open. Good offensive rebound by Cole Wilson. Boy, great hands there by Cody Shively to corral that pass right at his feet. Wilson working on Hicks Gentry. The jumper stuffed, and a foul's going to be called. I think that's going to go on Colt Rink. No, it goes on Cole Wilson.
Yeah.
That's his fourth. And Quentin Middleton's going to check in for Colt. 4 fouls, just a minute and a half into the second half.
That's cold. You said Colt.
Did I say Colt?
Yep. It's tough. You know, their names
Cole,
are just
Colt,
so similar.
As Gorman will walk it across the timeline. Doesn't like what he sees. Directs Hicks Gentry the other way on the baseline. That's Hopkins leaving it for Tennant. They swing it around. Gorman on the right wing. Had a shot, didn't take it. Tennant with the kick. Gorman for three, good. Assist Tennant. And just like that, Snider back up 17. And token pressure in the backcourt. Now Bray Wilson working on Tennant. Wilson with the speed advantage on Devin Tennant, even though he's given up 4 or 5 inches to the senior. There's Bray Wilson for three, no good. And Hopkins will bring it the other way off the rebound. Cody Shively doing a good job of staying with Hopkins. Gorman inside, Hicks Gentry, good from about 8 feet. 5:32 left here in the third quarter. Kissel working on Gorman. Boy, Gorman's really ramped up the pressure on Ian Kissel. Ian, after being so hot in the first half, has missed his first couple opportunities. That's going to be a turnover on the Knights as Bray Wilson couldn't hold on to it. Coach Randy Hawkins wants a full timeout. We'll take it along with him. The Knights trailing Snider 50-31.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through your homes were the remnants of cookies and candies and scones. You ate so much sugar it made you feel crummy, and you can't fit any more in your overstuffed tummy. Plus, you've been running on empty to get everything done, and to exercise now doesn't sound like much fun.
Could this be your post-holiday anthem? The cooking, the wrapping, the running, the sleep deprivation. You've spent the last couple of months worrying about everyone else. It's time to focus on you with a membership to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. The YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs. Whether you're taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being, or participating in family outings with the Y. Start the new year on a healthy, active foot for you and your family. To find out more, go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells County so you can try the Y for yourself.
Well, Snider's lead has ballooned up to 19, and they've got the basketball with 5:12 left here in the third quarter. Malik Williams inbounding for the Panthers. Knights staying in that man-to-man. We kind of thought they would. I think it would really get out of hand if Norwell tried to trap these very quick and athletic Snider Panthers. Devin Tennant pretty light on his feet for a big guy at 6'7", in excess of 200 pounds, I'm sure. Gorman launches another three, buries another three.
Hey, this team does not miss.
Well, they're getting wide open looks. Right. Setting good picks up high. And now they're bringing the pressure to Norwell. Quentin Middleton will launch a three. No good. Malik Williams on the break the other way. He does not have numbers. He just weaves his way down the lane and dunks over a couple of Knights. Coach Hawkins will take another timeout and will make a couple of substitutions as well. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a real quick break here from Adams Woodcrest and be right back. Norwell trailing by 24.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
Well, Coach Hawkins has subbed out everybody but Ian Kissel. He's got Ian, Levi Leidig, Riley Stauffer, Cole Lewison, his first action of the night, and Quentin Middleton. This is dangerous territory for the Knights. Snider bringing full court pressure. Ian Kissel, the only ball handler he's got out there right now. That's thrown away. It's off. Oh, Norwell got a break there. It appeared to go off of Quentin Middleton. They'll return basketball right here at half court with 4:17 left in this third quarter. There's a 17-point lead at halftime, and that's stripped from behind by Williams. Williams gets it to go. Great body control by the big man. He got fouled pretty good there. No call. Kissel trying almost into the front court. Back to Leidig. Leidig's trapped.
You can't pick up your dribble there.
No, as Norwell able to get it across the timeline in less than the prescribed 10 seconds. Kissel handling it up top, looking for help. Middleton will shoot the jumper, about 18, way off. And Jordan Gorman pulls down the rebound quickly ahead. Hicks Gentry into the lane. That's going to be a foul on the floor. Either Leidig or Lewison will go on number 43, Cole Lewison. Cole listed at 6'3". He's a junior, I believe. No, he's just a sophomore. Sorry about that.
Wait.
Checking in for Snider, Taylor Hathaway. Go ahead, Derek.
As this thing has gone up to 26, it's kind of a disappointing episode yet again of deja vu for the Knights.
The halftime score, I know they were down 15, 42-27. Jump ball called down on the baseline. Snider fans not happy about it. Couldn't tell from here, to be honest.
I thought it was a foul, but I think Norwell really caught a break.
Yeah. Norwell with the basketball, trying to break the pressure. They do this time. Lewison will go in on Williams and didn't have much of a chance of making that shot. Williams didn't block it, but he just kind of forced the rim. Malik handling it up top, gets it back, and travels on the jump stop. His first turnover of the night, and I think just the third for the Snider Panthers.
It's actually the fourth.
Fourth, okay. 3:08 left in the quarter. Snider up by 26. Leidig in the backcourt, just looking for help. Kissel gets it to Middleton. Middleton doing a good job of going to the basketball. Kissel dribbling out front, tries to drive, gets past Gorman and scores. Nice move by Ian to cut Snider's lead to 24. Quickly the other way. Hathaway goes through Levi Leidig. That'll be a charging foul on Hathaway. It'll be his first, team's first here in the second half. Of course, only 2 team fouls called on Norwell as well. Now, Cole Wilson's back out there with 4 fouls for the Knights. Colt Rinkenberger also in, along with Cody Shively and Bray Wilson. Quentin Middleton staying on the floor for Norwell. Middleton across the timeline finds Cole Wilson. His shot was altered by Malik Williams. Cody Shively with the steal. He'll lay it up and in. Nice play there by Cody Shively to steal a basket. 2:20 left in the third. Devin Tennant's going to check back in for Snider. Gorman directing traffic out front, being guarded by Bray Wilson. Inside to Williams, kick out to Gorman, good for three. Nice little give and go play there for Snider. Malik Williams with the assist. He's got a handful of those tonight. Very unselfish player. Able to do pretty much what he wants when he gets it here at this level, but very unselfish as Quentin Middleton almost threw it away. Now Colt Rinkenberger taken away from him. Another turnover on the Knights. Up ahead to Williams. Nice pass ahead to Hathaway. And Williams piling up the assist, 27-point lead again now for Snider. Minute and a half left in the quarter.
Malik Williams.
Shively able to get away with it. Go ahead, Noah.
Malik Williams has 6 assists.
Wow. Nice rotation over to Quentin Middleton for three. Long, no good. Hicks Gentry bats it out of there ahead to Hopkins. Hopkins with a blind pass to Hathaway, who wasn't ready for it. And several substitutes now for Snider. Kitchen back in there along with Bryson Haft. And somebody else is out there. Hathaway, Gorman, and Tennant as well for Snider. Also for the Knights, Ian Kissel back on the floor, replacing Quentin Middleton. Right at a minute to go here in the quarter. Kissel for three, good. Ian's having a very good night. He's got to love these rims. They're as soft as any I've seen this year, that's for sure. Gorman slowing things down a bit for Snider. It has been a quick-paced game. Hathaway with a nice move. Couldn't get to go, and batting it out of bounds was Bryson Haft. Levi Leidig checking back in for the Knights, replacing Cole Wilson. I was actually kind of surprised he was out there with 4 fouls.
I agree, and this is a good sub, obviously, for Coach Hawkins, because you do not want Cole Wilson to pick up his 5th with 35 seconds left to go.
Not in this quarter. 31 seconds on the clock. Cody Shively being guarded by Kitchen on the right side. Now Kissel. Back to Cody. Cody will find Leidig up top. Leidig tries to drive. No place to go. 15 seconds. Cody Shively with three. Good. Shively's had a good night as well. Norwell able to beat Snider's rotation, and Bray Wilson's going to pick up a foul in the backcourt. Trying to get the steal on Bray. That'll be his first. Team's 3rd in the half.
Nice to see good aggressive defense, though.
Yeah, absolutely. 9 seconds left. Gorman setting up the final play of the quarter here. Malik Williams on the bench, so he's not an option. 2 seconds. Tennant gets it inside the Kitchen. I don't think that would have counted anyway. Didn't see a signal from the official. The third quarter ends with Snider up by 21. They add to their lead from halftime. We'll take a break, hear from Daniels Jewelers, and be right back.
He shoots, he scores, it's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniels Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces, powered by her heartbeat, are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniels.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Just about set to start the fourth quarter here. Norwell trailing Snider on Snider's home floor, 62-41.
Boy, after a bad start to that third quarter, Norwell kind of weathered the storm, came back. Only lost 6 points in that quarter.
They were down 42-27 at halftime. Kitchen with the basketball for the Panthers. He's out there with Hathaway, Williams, who's back in, Hath and Gorman. Kitchen goes to the rim and can't get it to go. I'll tell you, I don't think Harold's prediction is going to be too accurate tonight, as he predicted a 68-48 final, and unless Snider starts holding the basketball, we're going to be well in excess of that. Kissel with the ball for the Knights. He's out there with Leidig, Gray Wilson, Cody Shively, and Colt Rinkenberger. And Snider has definitely picked up the defensive intensity here. Malik Wilson with the steal. He'll be fouled from behind, no call, stripped by Colt Rinkenberger. It'll remain Snider's game, or Snider's ball, excuse me. I'm shocked they didn't call a foul on Cody Shively there. He was trying to foul him on the floor to prevent the dunk. Gorman looks inside. Now Kitchen from beyond the arc. It's a nice give and go. Half goes to the rim and scores. A two-man game up top for Snider. That's worked well for him all night. Tough for the Knights to defend. Bryson Haft, a 6'4" junior. I'll tell you what, Snider's going to be really tough again next year, as Haft is going to pick up the foul way up top. That'll only be the third team foul on Snider of the second half. The first on Bryson Haft. 6:38 to go. Snider's backed off the pressure. I doubt that you're going to see that again in this game unless Norwell gets it down to, say, around 10 or 12 points or so. Shively will launch a baseline three, no good, and Williams pulls down the long rebound, gets taken away from him by Ian Kissel. Kissel on the drive, blocked by Hathaway, and a foul's going to be called. I think it'll be on the Panthers, and I think it's going to go on Taylor Hathaway. Nice block by Hathaway inside. Ian did a good job of sticking with it, though, as Wilson will inbound for the Knights. Bray up top to Kissel. Kissel launches it and banks it in over the outstretched arm of Malik Williams. He had to arc that extremely high.
Malik is just laughing right now.
Oh, he's got to. As Ian doing a good job of keeping it on line. Wilson takes it away from Williams. Leidig the other way. Stops and scores. Boy, you like to see that jump stop. And now Coach Toder is going to take his second timeout. That is a full timeout for Coach. We'll take it along with him and be right back here on WellsCountyVoice.com. The Knights trailing by 18.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
(64-46) Snider, along with Noah Tobias and Derek Decker. This is Greg Van Meter bringing you the action tonight. We hope it has been at least relatively smooth for you watching at home. We know we don't have a great connection, but it does seem to be holding. Hopefully it's at least decent on the other end, Noah.
Yeah, this has just been a great game. I would be really sad if you guys couldn't be able to watch this on the archives or live.
Hicks Gentry back in there for Snider. He is a big difference maker for this Snider team. The senior, listed at 6'7". He's already had one dunk tonight. Williams inside, no foul called. And Leidig able to chase it down. Point blank range miss there by Williams. Kissel with the left hand, can't get it to go. And Gorman comes out of there with it quickly the other way. Hopkins in the corner looking for Kitchen. And a foul across the arm by Cody Shively. That'll be Cody's first foul. They've really let him play tonight, fellas.
They have, especially Cody. He's gotten away with a couple of them.
Yeah, he has.
Most notably, a couple of possessions back.
On Malik Williams, smacking him in the abdomen. Of course, that was about shoulder height for Cody.
Right.
Hicks Gentry on the baseline. Hopkins will swing it around Gorman. Not great ball movement right now by Snider. They're trying to pound it inside to Gentry. Wide open. Jordan Hopkins for three, no good. And Williams able to pull down the rebound. At the elbow, looks for Hicks Gentry and out of bounds. That'll be a turnover on the Panthers. And a cheerleader got wiped out down there. Hicks Gentry trying to save the basketball. Totally inadvertent. Well, she's up and seems to be moving okay. Crowd giving her a nice hand.
She took
hit
a
by
shot.
A large
person.
Yeah. Hicks Gentry, 6'7", probably 220, 215 maybe. Put together pretty well. Up ahead, Leidig into the lane, stripped. Wow, how many turnovers is that for him tonight? The alley-oop to Williams, he can't handle it and travels as he falls out of bounds. Just wasn't a very good pass to Malik.
Levi Leidig has 4 turnovers to his name tonight.
Yeah. 4:29 left in this one. The Knights trying to hang in there. They've actually cut in the lead a little bit here in the fourth quarter. Rinkenberger's pass stripped by Williams. Williams to the rim. Can't get the dunk to go. He's fouled on the play. I think that's probably going to go on Cody Shively. No, it'll go on Colt Rinkenberger.
Wow.
He kind of got him from behind. I mean, it just depends on the angle that that official was looking at.
Yeah,
right.
Both of them fouled him.
That's right.
Colt's third, team's fifth, as Williams with a couple more free throws. He was perfect in the first half, I believe, from the free throw line. Didn't shoot many, but
I think he was
2 for 2
I think
or
3 of 3.
3 of 3, okay. Williams' second one also good.
He looks pure from the line.
He does. Great rotation. Shoots it right in front of his face, so pretty good shooting position. Snider getting after it on the trap again. Kissel loses it, gets it back, and now Shively is fouled. I think that's going to go on Sam Kitchen, and if it does, it'll be his fourth. Team's fourth as well, and Taylor Hathaway will replace Sam Kitchen. Senior for senior on that substitution. Kissel across the timeline. It looks like Devin Tennant's getting set to check back in as well for Snider. Wilson being guarded way up top by Hathaway. And it's taken away from him. Up ahead to Williams. He will dunk it. And stays out of harm's way. A couple of Knights underneath the basket. That's the second dunk for Malik Williams tonight. Makes it look easy, doesn't he?
It's not fair. It's not fair for a 6-foot guy like me. All right, I can't jump at all. I got my Tobias jeans.
I'm giving you 6'1", though, Noah. As Williams on the foul catches Bray Wilson.
I appreciate you giving me that 1 inch. I really do.
I think you're closer to 6'1" than 6 foot.
It's a place I'll never reach.
Yeah, you and me both, Derek. Cole Wilson checks back into the game, replacing Leidig. And also another substitute here for Snider, 42. Michael Barnfield checking in. He's a 6'2" junior, replacing Jordan Hopkins. So first action for Barnfield tonight. Shively in the corner as Snider now in a 2-3 zone. Shively able to get it up over top of Williams, but couldn't get it to go. That was Tennant on the rebound. Barnfield gets his first touch on the baseline. Had a shot, didn't take it. Williams up top, Tennant inside. Oh, good kick out to Hathaway for 3, no good, but Barnfield with the offensive rebound. Fouled from behind. That'll go on Cody Shively. That'll be his second. Team sixth. So the next one on the Knights will put the Panthers into the bonus. It's getting pretty late, though. 2:55 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. As Barnfield able to knock down the first free throw.
Snider's been very good from the line.
Yes, they have. They've looked very comfortable there tonight. As Barnfield with another good-looking shot. Snider broaches the 70-point mark. Still in the pressure, and there's a steal. Up ahead to Barnfield. Barnfield takes it and scores. Assist Gorman on the play. And Snider keeping the pressure on. There's another, it was almost steal. Across the line, Kissel. Cole Wilson. Shively underneath the Rinkenberger. Rinkenberger didn't even look.
He did.
Able to knock down the high floater.
He threw it up and said a prayer.
Yep, as that's thrown away by Gorman. He was trying to get it on the low post to Devin Tennant, as Haft will be back in the game for Snider. Malik Williams will take a seat. Probably the last we've seen of Malik tonight. Also for the Knights, Riley Stauffer back in. Snider staying in their trap. And Cole Wilson in a bad spot there at the half-court line. Stauffer underneath. Scores. Assist Bray Wilson. The team's basically just trading baskets at this point as we tick under the 2-minute mark. Snider leading by 22. Haft kicks out of the double team. Barnfield will get it back to Hathaway. The fans imploring Snider to shoot before they turn it over. They did not get their wish. As Stauffer leaves it for Shively for three. Good. Cody Shively's had a real good game again tonight. And the Knights back to within 20.
He has 15 points.
Most of them from long range. Gorman, go ahead, Noah.
Ian Kissel has 22.
Yeah, he's had a great night. That's Haft underneath. And it's batted out of his hands. It'll remain Snider's basketball as Sam Kitchen will re-enter. He's got 4 fouls. Gorman will take a seat. I'm sure we've seen the last of him as well. Also in the game, Jonquel Lee, just a sophomore. Snider with 6 out there right now. Nope, Barnfield's going to take a seat as well. So Tennant, Kitchen, Lee, Haft, and Hathaway out there for Snider. Kitchen being guarded by Quentin Middleton, who entered on that last dead ball. Missed that one when he came in. As Hathaway is going to be fouled by Cole Wilson.
That's going to be it.
And Cole Wilson will take a seat with his 5th foul. Levi Leidig will replace him. Also, Michael Barnfield will re-enter and replace Devin Tennant as Coach Toder taking out his seniors one by one.
The official not happy with the way Cole Wilson showed his displeasure with the call.
Yeah, that's not real well accepted by officials. They see it as showing them up. You just can't show that kind of body language. Looks like Jordan Hopkins is going to re-enter for Snider. Hathaway 2 for 2 from the line.
I think
Hopkins replacing Barnfield. Barnfield's been back and forth off the floor about 3 times in the last minute. 1:05 left on the clock. Snider leading by 20 at this point. Kissel, who's had a very good night for Norwell, leaves it for Middleton. Back to Kissel for 3, no good. Cody Shively loses it out of bounds. Turnover on the Knights. And now Grant McMichael will enter, as well as Christian Bohata for the Knights. For Snider, hits Gentry back on the floor. He's out there with Hathaway, Tennant, Hopkins, and Kitchen. 42 seconds left on the clock. Oh, well, man-to-man defense, but they're guarding pretty high out on the floor, trailing by 20. As Hathaway finds Hopkins. Hopkins thought about taking the 3, didn't. Tennant underneath, nice pass to Hicks. Hicks with the reverse layup. 16 seconds left. Quentin Middleton across the timeline for the Knights. Stauffer will take it to the hole and score with the left hand. Nice move by Riley Stauffer. 6 seconds, steal by Leidig. Leidig looking for help. Stauffer will lose it, put it up at the buzzer, no good. And your final here from Snider tonight. The Panthers 75, Norwell 55. Norwell falls to 9-14 on the season. Snider improves to 13-8. We'll take a quick break, hear from a couple sponsors, and be back with your post-game show after these words.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has Friday Night Trio League for ages 4 through 19 with sign-ups going on now. This 10-week league is at 7 p.m. on Fridays for $8.25 per week for 3 games and shoes. Also on Friday, it's Friday Fun from noon to 6 p.m. Bowl for just $1 and shoe rental is only 50 cents. The Bowling Center, 1231 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
We collect
and we analyze.
Laboratory services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Information to keep you healthy in every way. We image
and we discover.
Radiology services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Thorough so you're healthy in every way.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair. Brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit laurensbodyshop.com.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
Welcome back to Snider. Derek, you got to be pretty happy about that little memento you just got.
Yeah, apparently I now have a hat signed by Tom Crean. Didn't even know he was in attendance. Yep. Did not see him.
Oh, really?
Obviously scouting Malik Williams.
Of course. But that makes me happy.
Yeah, that should make you happy. Of course, Derek, a diehard IU fan. And, folks, we did have an adjustment to the final score. It was actually 76-55. Snider, the scoreboard keeper here, missed a free throw by Hathaway there towards the end of the basketball game. 21-point victory for the Panthers. The Knights' losing streak extended to 6. Not a surprise coming up here to face a very good SAC team on their home floor. I thought the Knights actually played pretty doggone good basketball through the course of this one.
Yeah, I agree with you, absolutely. And that's promising going into Friday and then, of course, into next Tuesday for sectional play against Lures, where they'll have Homestead, then Lures, 2 very tough opponents, both belong into the SAC. And that's going to be really tough week, and really tough 8 or 9 days. But it's going to be all right for Norwell, I think, especially from the performance they put out here this evening.
Yeah, no, the Knights, another tough one ahead of them on Friday night at Homestead. But I think, as you mentioned, Derek, I think it's something that they can build on a little bit. They really, I thought, played pretty well tonight, and I know that's going to manifest itself in the stats you'll go through here in a minute as well.
Yeah, I mean, really, Norwell played even with Snider in that fourth quarter. They both scored 14 points.
Right.
Snider, they outscored Norwell in the third, 20-14. And then just in that second period, they outscored the Knights 24-12. And I think that second period, I think it shows by that stat that was probably the worst period out of the 4 that they played today. Since we're talking about stats, let's just go right on into them. Individually scoring for the visitors on the scoreboard for Norwell. Number 10, Cody Shively had 15 points. Number 12, Ian Kissel, leading scorer for the entire game, 22 points. Number 15, Levi Leidig had 3 points. Number 20, Cole Wilson had 3 points. Number 25, Riley Stauffer had 4. Number 30, Colt Rinkerberger had 2. and number 32, Bray Wilson, had 6 points. The Knights were 21 of 46 from the field tonight. That is 45%, so not too bad.
No, it's pretty good against that team.
Yeah, and then they were 10 of 25 for 2-point field goals, which is 40%, and then they were 11 of 21, which is for 3-point field goals, which is 52%, and that is one of the best stats.
You're going to beat a lot of teams.
Yeah,
like
with coming out with a 6'11", a couple 6'7" guys, and I believe a 6'8" guy. That's really impressive to shoot that high of a percentage for 3-point field goals. And then for free throws, they were 2 of 4. I don't believe they shot a free throw in that second half.
No, I don't think so.
And then non-scoring for the Knights, they had 14 assists total, 6 of them coming from senior number 32, Bray Wilson, and another 4 coming from number 10, Cody Shively. The Knights had 14 rebounds total, 7 steals, 2 coming from Ian Kissel, and another 2 coming from Bray Wilson. 14 fouls total, and 17 turnovers. So that is what really hurt the Knights in that game. Colton Rinkenberger had 6, and Levi Leidig had 4. For Snider, really quick, for individually scoring, number 1, Gorman had 15 points. Number 3, Hopkins had 3. Number 22, Kitchen had 5. Number 32, Hathaway had 10. Number 34, Malik Williams had 20. Number 40, Hicks Gentry had 11. Number 42, Barnfield had 4. Number 44, Haft had 2 points. And number 50, Tennant had 6. The Panthers were 28 of 42 from the field, which is 66%. That is the best stat I have seen this year, and probably the best stat I have seen since I have been with Wells County Boys. For 2-point field goals, they were 19 of 24, which is 79%. Ooh. And then for 3-point field goals, they were 9 of 18, which is 50%. They were also 11 of 12 from the free throw line, which is 91%. Non-scoring, they had 21 assists, 6 of them coming from Malik Williams, and another 5 coming from number 1, Gorman. They had 22 rebounds total, 11 steals, 4 of them coming from number 34, Malik Williams. 5 blocks, 2 of them coming from Williams, and another 2 coming from Hicks Gentry. 9 fouls total, and 12 turnovers, and 5 of those coming from Malik Williams.
Wow. Well, Coach Randy Hawkins joining us here on the postgame show. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, not a problem. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, no worries at all. But, boy, Malik Williams, you got to talk about him for a second. Tom Crean, of course, here to watch him tonight. How do you defend a guy like that?
Nearly impossible.
Yeah.
You know, he's so long, athletic, stronger than what he looks on film.
And a great-looking shot.
Yeah, he went off against Blackhawk Christian, 4 for 4, 5 for 5 from 3, and he was about 3 for 3 inside and 2 for 2 at the free throw line. I shut that one off pretty quick. I didn't want to watch that one anymore, but he really went off on him. But he's a player. You know, he's so long. There's a ball coming out of bounds at our face, and he grabs it. And I don't know how he grabbed it, but he just drops so much.
Yeah.
You know, on the perimeter. If he can guard on the perimeter like he can, he's a tough player. So he's 6'11". He's good.
Yeah.
He should be able to dunk like he can, and he's
right. And he does that.
He's athletic as all get out. He's going to be a good one.
I told the fellas, and you'll remember this name. He reminds me a lot of Sean Kemp. He's not quite as athletic as Sean Kemp was back in the day. Not quite as strong.
Yeah.
But the length, the size, the height, very similar.
Yeah, he's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's we talked about this briefly. We match up so bad. We don't match up well with many. But you look at what we have out there with Snider, with them 6'11", 6'8", 6'7".
Unbelievable.
And we have 6'2" across the board.
Yeah.
If that's generous, maybe. And we're trying to match up with them. So I didn't like our fight in the third quarter. I thought, I'm going to go to that right away just to get that done and out of the way. But I thought our fight in the third quarter, about midway, was horrible. I was very upset with the guys. They kind of started laying down again like we have in previous games. And those games got away from us. Then also we got it back and made some substitutions, got the guys back in. I thought we played much better after that.
I did too. Really, this game could have gotten out of hand there a couple of minutes into the third quarter. Thought you made some good subs and really played them even in the fourth quarter, 14 apiece. This is just a tremendous basketball team. And, your guys 11 of 21 from beyond the arc. Anytime you shoot better than 50% beyond the arc, that's a pretty good night.
Well, I think that comes back to our ball movement. I thought our ball movement was back again. We the last 3 or 4 games, maybe 5, maybe back to East Noble, we weren't moving the basketball very well. We weren't fluid in our offense. And, obviously us coaches notice those kind of things, and we try to get the guys to understand some of that movement that we need in order to get guys open, in order to do, get the ball where it needs to go. It just, when we have solid ball movement and not holding the ball, not dribbling once and picking it up like some guys want to do, we're working on that. We're trying to get better. When we're doing the easy things, the little things, and moving the basketball, we're going to get open shots.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've had those tonight. We have to clean up some of the, the thought process of going into the lane and seeing a 6'8" kid and trying to shoot over the top.
Right.
So when he has 5 blocks and the other kid has another 4, that's us.
Yeah.
That's us not being smart and not understanding, I think we understand. We're just trying to do something, trying to create.
Yeah.
So we're trying. We're not, the guys aren't just going in there to saying, I just want to go get blocked just to go get blocked, or I'm trying to go. They're trying to make things happen, and I get that, but we got to be smarter than that. Going inside in the paint like that, we got to move the basketball and kick out and look at our strength for the night. Our strength for the night tonight was hitting outside shots, so we got to continue moving the basketball, getting better, understanding what we can and cannot do. All we have is this week and next.
Well, and I think, we talked a little bit about hanging in this one. Also, at the start of the game, I mean, Snider scored the first 10 points, I think, of the basketball game. Your guys came back. It was a 3-point game at the end of the first quarter, so it's certainly a couple positives that I think the squad can take forward into the Homestead gym on Friday night.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. We could look at this entire game, and, we have some spells there, but if you look at the last 4 or 5 games, we went on for 12 minutes of playing that way.
Right.
So our positives, looking at the first quarter, looking at that and taking the positives, saying, we fought back, we got back in the game. We were down 3, yes. We got back into it. Then we had a little spell in the second quarter. I think they went on about a 7-0 run or so.
Yeah.
Got us down 15. But I didn't feel like guys are down. They're upbeat. But I told them at halftime, we are not going to leave this gym getting beat by 30 tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to fight, and we're going to get after them. From minute 1 here in the second half all the way to the end. And again, we had the little spell in the third, but we fought back and got it down to 20 or 21, whatever it ended up being.
21. Yeah. Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining us. Rick Sprunger here. We'll ask you better questions than I would.
Yeah. I'm sure he will.
I'll look forward
to
I'll look forward to reading his article tomorrow and find out how much I missed.
I'll probably just actually repeat everything I just said to you. He probably should have just been jotting notes down.
He was. Hey, thanks for joining us,
All right,
Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You make my job easy. All right, Derek will jump back on with the headset. And, fellas, we need to name a New Holland Tri-County player of the game. Derek, I'll let you go first with your choice.
I really like Ian Kissel here.
Yeah.
Had a great shooting night from outside. I don't know that he missed in the first half, with the exception of that last 3-point attempt at the buzzer. He just played really well. I thought he was the leader out there. When they had, there was a spell there where Coach Hawkins made some substitutions, and he was really leading the team on the floor, getting them through the press, and was absolutely the leader out there. 22 points for Kissel. He's my pick.
I agree with you, Derek. Ian, 22 points, 8 of 15 from the field, 3 of 7 for 2-point field goals, 5 of 8 for 3-point field goals, and he was 1 of 2 from the line. The one thing just that he needs to get back to is that free throw shooting. I'm not sure.
Didn't get many opportunities tonight.
Yeah, I just think over the past
3 or 4 games.
Yeah, I was going to say 3 or 4.
Yep.
There's something I think that's in his head that's just kind of off with free throws. But he's a senior. He's got the experience, so I think he'll get back into it.
Well, and he was certainly the man tonight. I'd also be remiss if we didn't talk a little bit about Cody Shively. He had a great game tonight, 15 points, I believe, and really did a lot of good things, a couple steals in the backcourt, some real heads-up play by Cody Shively as well. But I agree with you, fellas. I think Ian Kissel, the player of the game. Tonight, sponsored by New Holland Tri-County. Once again, your final here from Snider, as we'll wrap things up. The Snider Panthers 76. The Norwell Knights 55. Norwell falls to 9-14 on the season with just one regular season game standing between them and the season. We'll have it for you Friday night from Homestead. As we mentioned, that might be audio only. We'll bring you video if we can, but you may not have a picture. So with that in mind, for Noah Tobias and Derek Decker, this is Greg Van Meter saying so long, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.